You think you're being kind, you think you're giving your rabbit something special, but what's actually happening inside their body and inside their mind is something most rabbit owners never find out until it's too late. Picture this. You come home after a long day, your rabbit is sitting in the corner of their enclosure, nose twitching, eyes wide, and soft. You want to give them something good, something that feels like a treat. So you open a pouch of wet pet food, maybe something designed for small animals, maybe something you assumed was fine, and you set it down. They sniff it, they eat it, you feel good, they seem happy, and you do it again the next day, and the day after that. It feels like love, it looks like care, but something is shifting inside your rabbit that you cannot see. Something quiet and slow and serious. Here is what nobody tells you when you bring a rabbit home. Rabbits are not like cats. They are not like dogs. Their digestive system is one of the most delicate and precisely engineered systems in the entire animal kingdom. It was built over millions of years for one specific kind of food: dry, fibrous, rough plant matter, hay, grass, the kind of food that takes effort to chew and hours to process. Their gut was never designed for moisture-heavy, soft, processed food, not even a little, not even occasionally. And when you change what goes in, you change everything about what happens next. The first thing that shifts is something called gut motility. This is the rhythm of your rabbit's digestive system, the constant, gentle movement that keeps food flowing through their intestines. Rabbits need this rhythm to stay alive, literally. When a rabbit stops eating fiber, that rhythm slows. And when it slows, gas builds up. Painful, dangerous gas that a rabbit cannot release the way other animals can. They cannot vomit. They cannot burp. The pressure just builds, quietly, invisibly, until it becomes something called GI stasis, a condition where the digestive system essentially shuts down. And GI stasis in rabbits is a medical emergency. It can kill them within hours. But here is where the psychology becomes heartbreaking. Your rabbit will not tell you they are suffering. They will not cry out. They will not come to you for help. Because in the wild, a rabbit that shows weakness is a rabbit that gets eaten. So they hide it. They sit very still. They stop moving around as much. They might press their belly against the floor. They groom themselves less. They turn away from food. And most owners look at this and think their rabbit is just being quiet, just having a calm day. They don't recognize it as a distress signal because the rabbit has been trained by evolution to make it look like nothing at all. This is the cruelest part. The very instinct that kept rabbits alive in the wild is the same instinct that makes it so hard for you to help them when something is wrong. Now let's go deeper, because it's not just the gut that suffers. Rabbits have teeth that never stop growing. Their entire dental structure depends on the act of chewing, long, grinding, sideways chewing to stay worn down and properly aligned. Hay does this. Grass does this. Wet food does not. Soft food requires almost no chewing at all. And when a rabbit stops chewing the way nature intended, their teeth begin to overgrow. They shift. They develop sharp points that cut into the tongue and the cheeks. The rabbit begins to find eating painful. They eat less, the gut slows, and now you have two cascading problems feeding into each other, both invisible, both worsening quietly every single day. There is also something happening emotionally that is easy to miss. Rabbits are creatures of routine. Their sense of safety comes from predictability, the same smells, the same textures, the same rituals repeated day after day. When you introduce wet food regularly, you are not just changing their diet, you are changing their relationship with eating. You are replacing a behavior that is deeply hardwired, foraging, chewing, working for nutrition, with something passive and effortless. And research into rabbit behavior shows that animals who lose the ability to perform natural foraging behaviors become more anxious, more easily startled, and more withdrawn over time. The food changes the behavior changes the emotional state. The emotional state changes everything about who your rabbit is. What you thought was contentment might actually be a slow kind of shutdown. And then there is the bacterial balance inside the gut itself. Rabbits rely on a specific community of bacteria to ferment fiber and produce essential nutrients. This is not optional for them, it is survival. Wet food, especially anything with high sugar, high starch, or animal protein, feeds the wrong bacteria. It tips the balance. The good bacteria lose ground, the harmful ones multiply, and the rabbit begins to feel sick in a way that has no obvious single cause and no obvious single symptom, just a general fading, a gradual dimming of the brightness you fell in love with when you first brought them home. So what do you actually do? Start with hay, not as a side dish, not as an afterthought. Hay should make up 80 to 90% of everything your rabbit eats every single day. Timothy hay for adults, orchard grass, meadow hay. Give them more than you think they need. Let them burrow in it, sleep in it, disappear into it. Fresh leafy greens come next, dark romaine, fresh herbs, cilantro, parsley, a little kale, small pieces of fresh vegetables in rotation, and pellets, if you use them at all, in very small amounts. No wet food. No pouches, no soft processed treats marketed with pictures of happy animals on the label. If your rabbit has been eating wet food regularly, and you are now reading this with a knot in your stomach, don't panic. Transition slowly. Introduce hay gradually over 1 to 2 weeks. Watch for signs of GI stasis, lethargy, a hunched posture, no droppings in the litter box, a belly that feels tight or makes sounds. If you see any of those signs, call a rabbit-savvy vet immediately. Time matters enormously. Here is what I want you to walk away with. Your rabbit cannot speak. They cannot explain what they need. They cannot describe the discomfort building in their belly, or the ache in their jaw, or the quiet anxiety of a gut that never works the way it should. All they can do is trust you, completely, without condition. In the wild, a rabbit chooses to run. In your home, they choose to stay. That is not nothing. That is everything. The least we can do is understand what they are actually asking for, even when they don't have the words to ask. Feed them like the wild creatures they still are at heart, and they will give you years of twitching noses, binkies across the floor, and the quiet, extraordinary companionship of an animal who decided you were safe. Don't let convenience be the reason you never got to see them truly thrive.